Hello everyone, welcome to Chaudhary Data channel. Today I am here with a new video in SQL series that is on function. So basically we are having these widely used SQL objects that are table, views, stored procedure, function, trigger and synonyms. Among them we have already covered up table, views and stored procedure. Going ahead we will be discussing about triggers and synonyms. In this particular one we are going to talk about this function, what it is, what are its benefits, how we create them. All the details related to functions we will be watching into this particular video. So let's get started with the video. So what is functions? Functions is basically I will be coming up on them that later on, but I will be first explaining you what are the types of functions so that you can be aware, or you should not be having any confusion into your mind, that since we are already using the functions like datetime function, getDate function, convert function, these are various functions we are already using it. But apart from that also we are also having some other function which we will be taking a look. Then we will moving ahead, we will be discussing about each of the functions separately. So I will just show you one example that how this function look like. Since we are having two type of function, first one is a scalar function, which I told you that this convert, this getDate, all these things are coming into a group that is scalar functions. And the another type that is table valued function. It is some function which in result giving you the table. In this scalar function definitely you will be having your only input into that. That means if suppose convert is a function, into that if suppose some input you are providing, whatever the convert function is going to do, it will do that work, right? But this table valued function differs from that. This is somewhat I have just given you example that how does it look. I will not right now explain that what all things we can do and going ahead how we should be creating. That I will be definitely explaining you. So functions, in the definition part, if you will see, the scalar function is a function that returns a single value based on the input values provided. Length is a function, upper is a function, convert is a function. All these functions are scalar functions. This table valued function returns a table as their result. So whatever right now this particular len, upper, convert, these are the functions which will be giving you, it might be suppose integer. If suppose length of some particular string you are finding, definitely you are ending up with the result as integer, right? And this upper, whatever the string you will pass, definitely it will convert those whole string into uppercase. So these are those functions which will not provide you into the table format. But if suppose table valued functions, if we are moving ahead, definitely it is going to return you a table instead of the scalar result. So how does it look like? Again, in this table valued function we are having two type of function. Those are inline table value function and another is multi-line table value function. If you are aware of some scripting language like JavaScript or something like that, there also it exists inline function and multi-line function. So here in inline functions what we are going to do is it basically return a single select statement as the result, and it's more optimized. So what you can see over here, that it is returning you some result, but there will be only a single select statement under which all the things will be going on. Whatever the value of that select statement will be getting returned, that will be in as your result, and that result it will be displayed as your function you may say output. So this is what the inline function is. If I will compare inline and multi-valued, you will definitely get more clearer that how this multi-values is different from this inline. So this inline, the best part of inline is that it is more query optimized. That means its performance wise it is very good. But for the multi-statement table valued function, we are having multiple statement. That means we can perform multiple tasks, or you may say you can perform multiple operations, SQL operations inside that particular whole function. Here what you can see that insert is also going on into this particular one, select is also going on into this particular one. So you can do a lot of things, multiple things, and then you can return whatever you want to return as the table. So what the basically definition is, return a table as its result and is defined by a series of SQL statement. That means you can define a series of SQL statement as you are doing it into the you may say stored procedure, or you may say generally into the stored procedure we are doing it. After that you can see that how we can create this. Into this create function get order detail, what we were doing, we were taking a parameter that is order ID as int, return table, you are telling that to return the table. Now what should be returned, we are not providing that into the variable. What you can see over here, there is no I will just compare each of them so that you will better understand that how both of the things are working. So create function and function name, create function and function name. Here we are inputting one parameter. Here I am not inputting any parameter. You can input any parameter just like this. So it's up to you. If you want to put any parameter, you can. If you are means okay with none of the parameter, definitely you can go ahead. Whatever the business requirement is, you can go ahead with that. After that, it is returning a table. It is not returning any particular value, means it is not returning any you may say variable. Here what you can see that return a customer order variable, and that variable it is having two columns into it, that is customer name with varchar 50 and then total amount which is having that decimal data type. After that what you can see that it is also having as return, it is also having as begin. That means here it is directly returning you this particular value, whatever it is into this bracket, whatever it is wrapped into this bracket, but it is what it is having, that it will start with begin, end with end, and then before end it will return whatever the things are there into the begin. That means whatever this chunk of code it is, that whole it will be returned, and that return it will come inside this customer order table, whatever you are returning over here. So hope you got the comparison and how both of the things are working. The very you may say popular confusion comes into somebody's mind, that what's the difference between this multi-statement table valued function or whatever function it is whole over, and what's the difference between this function and that views, because both of the things are doing same, right? Both of the things are giving out the whatever select query it is giving you, there you are just outputting it as a temporary table over there. So might be you should be ending up with the confusion that both of the things may be same, but it's not same for just for your purpose, means just for your just you should be clear with this confusion that both of the things are not same. How is it not same? You can see that you can even pass the parameter and then output that value that will be into some you may say temporary table. Temporary table is nothing but if you will call the function, definitely it is going to return you a set of you may say table which will be for a temporary basis. So this is how it differs from other objects like views or a stored procedure, you may say. In a stored procedure, definitely we are inputting the parameter, but this stored procedure is something different from this function, because in a stored procedure we are it's totally different, that we are pre-compiling the things and then keeping it up there. So this is how it is differing views, stored procedure and function. Now I will just go back to the you may say SSMS. I will show how to create the function. Just I will explain you one basic example into which I have just taken up, I am squaring up the number with this number which will return number to number. Whatever number you will provide, here you are inputting the number, that is 5. It will just act as the normal function as you are suppose going ahead with the creating function into Python, if you are aware about, means in any language this function concept is there, and the same concept it exists into SQL, which you are seeing here. So as soon as you execute this, this function will be created. Incorrect syntax near keyword select. Okay, so it is first created, correct. This command completed successfully. Where it is getting created, here we are having a function, you may say over there, and there it is we are having table valued function. So you may say you can refresh it all together and then check for, here you can see that scalar valued function side that this particular one has been created this function. And if you want to output the value, just query this one, select dbo square and input as 5, whatever number. If you want to give 10, definitely it is going to give you 100 as the result. So just select it, execute it, it will give you the number. Now coming to the inline function example, this particular example is of inline function in which we are going to fetch the good order details. What it will do, it will select few of the columns from O, that is order table, and it will also select some few things from the order detail table. So what it will do, I will first create the function. The function name is get order detail. Now we will just pass the parameter as 1001. What is 1001? This is order ID. Basis of this order ID we are going to get the details. So just we will select a star from that particular one. It is going to give you this whole table. This table, it is on for this table only, it is called as table valued function. If you will refresh this, you can get this table valued function into this dbo.getOrderDetail. Since this particular above one was returning you a single value, so this was into the scalar valued function, and here it is this particular function, it is returning you the table, so it is into the table valued function. Last one we are having the multi-line. Into multi-line, the difference only is that it will be wrapped up with the begin and end, and whatever operation, set of operation we want to put, we can put it into between, and whatever return it will do, it will just return it into this particular variable. Under that variable we can have a table like architecture over there, which will be returned at the last. So you just need to do is you need to create this function, and as soon as you create it, it is getting created, it will come into table valued function. If you will refresh it, you will get it, correct. And now what you need to do is you need to just select that particular function, it will output you the table. This is how it has been done. Last thing, that if suppose you want to drop that particular function, you can execute this command drop function, and whatever the function name it is over there, definitely if you will execute it, it will be dropped. Now if you will refresh this scalar value function, you can't find any of them. So this is how all the things are getting done into function, and hope you are very much clear about each of the things. If any confusion, let me know into the comment section. Thank you so much guys for watching out the video, and so if you haven't subscribed this channel yet, kindly subscribe to the channel so that whatever videos I am uploading, it will reach out to you. Also, if you found the video helpful, kindly like to the video. See you in the next one with some other topic. Thanks again.